one last thing we're going to talk about. We are going to go over 3 different verbs. We're going to go over the verbs conocer. We're going to go over the verb hacer and the verb oír. Now, we did learn on Tuesday how to conjugate ER and IR verbs, and these are ER and IR verbs, but these are not totally regular. What we learned the other day was regular verbs. Most verbs, what are the 2 steps when we conjugate a verb? What's the first thing we do?
Take off the ending.
We drop the ending, and then what do? Add the new ending. The new ending depends on what?
The situation or the context.
The subject.
Yeah.
The person we're talking, the person who's doing it. Okay? That's normally what it is. These are a little different. I'm going to write our little charts up because we're going to kind of go over. Now, they're mostly, at least these 2 are mostly regular. Well, is different. Okay? Get rid of our vosotros form. Now, conocer and hacer, what do they mean? What does conocer mean? To know. Usually meaning to know a person, to know a place, like to have been there, and then to be familiar with something, like a song or a movie. Okay, that's what we use conocer. Because there's another verb to know, which is saber, which is more like knowing facts or information or how to do something. This is to know people, places, and to be familiar with things. Hacer, what does that one mean? To do or to make. In which case, hacer ejercicio is like to do exercises. Okay, hacer la tarea, to do the homework. Hacer la comida, to make the food. Okay, and oír, what was that one? Not to listen. To hear. Remember, I hear you, I'm just not listening to you. 2 different things. This is to hear. Now, these 2 verbs, the reason why we're learning them separate is they're not regular, okay, completely. They have what are called irregular yo forms, meaning the yo form of the verb is different. It doesn't follow the regular pattern. All right. Every other conjugation does, and so we'll go over those first before I tell you the yo forms. Now, again, what is the ending of conocer? What's the ending? ER, because we know it's an ER verb, which means what's left is the stem. What's the stem of conocer? Conoce, right? C-O-N-O-C. All right, so I'll go ahead. Now, again, these forms here are regular, so we'll go ahead and put the stems there just to prove that they are regular verbs in this case, in this part. All right. Now, okay, let's remember our pronouns. Top one is the yo, then it's the tú, then it's the él, ella, usted, then it's the nosotros, then it's ellos, ellas, ustedes. Okay. What is the 2 endings of an ER verb? To what? To conoces. Remember, es. The LA usted form is going to be conoce. The nosotros form is hemos, conocemos. Okay, and the ellos, ellas, ustedes form is conocen. Right. So again, the tú, él, usted, nosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes, all regular. The yo form is what's weird. Does anybody know what the yo form is for conocer? Conozco. Yo conozco. So how's it weird? What do you see?
There's a Z.
They threw a Z in there. Okay? So that's why when you hear irregular yo form, most of it's normal, but you got to learn that conozco part. Okay? That's with that one. Hacer, same idea. Okay? The tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes, and yeah, they're all regular. So what is our ending for hacer? What's the ending? ER. So what is our stem? H-A-C. So let's put it in our tú, in our él, ella, usted, our nosotros, and our ellos, ellas, ustedes. Okay. What's the 2 form ending? Notice conocer and hacer are both ER verbs. So what's the two form, tú haces, él y usted hace, nosotros hacemos, and ellos y ustedes hacen. Okay. Now our yo form is weird. What's our yo form? Hago. H-A-G-O. So it's weird because the C becomes a G. That's your yo form. Yo hago. Tú haces, él y usted hace, nosotros hacemos, ellos hacen. Okay? So these two verbs here are similar in the sense that what? They're irregular yos. Other than that, they are totally regular, right? Oír, on the other hand, this one's a little bit different, okay? It also has an irregular yo form, which is, anybody know? Oigo. Probably one of the most fun Spanish words to say, oigo, right? Now, in the to form, normally, what kind of verb is it? IR. And what would the stem be? O. Okay, so it should be, okay, O-E-S, right? Should be O-E, okay? Should be O-I-M-O-S, which it is, and it should be O-E-N. What they do here is they give you another letter, a Y. So it's yo oigo, okay, but then it becomes tu oyes, okay? So instead of being os, it's oyes. Él y usted oye, nosotros oímos, ellos y ustedes oyen. So we got to remember that Y there. So not only is this an irregular yo form, but it's also a stem changing verb, in which case it adds another letter into the stem. All right. Are there any questions on those?